You will never fix your poor mental health until you learn this one thing. We've literally tried absolutely everything to try and fix this mental state. You've drunk green tea, you've stood on your head, you've had a cold shower, you've even done affirmations, tried to meditate, and thought it would be a good idea to deep breathe. And weirdly, absolutely nothing has changed. In fact, if anything, you might feel slightly worse. You definitely feel more frustrated. If this is you and you know who you are, then you're going to need to save this to your favourites because you'll need to take some notes. And by the way, this is not because you're a bad person, you're doing something wrong, you don't deserve to feel good. No, it's because you're trying to fix the wrong thing. Instead, ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, am I focused on negative thoughts? What if future moments that haven't even happened yet? Imagining worst case scenarios, almost horror movies. 2, am I petrified of feeling anything negative? In fact, any negative emotion that comes up, I just try and push it away whichever way I can so that I don't have to deal with it because it just doesn't feel good. 3, do I find myself distracting myself, doing things that I know aren't good for my mental health, scrolling, doom scrolling, watching too much TV, gaming, staying up late, maybe not just eating properly, binge eating, stress eating, drinking because I need to sleep better, doing things that I know deep down inside don't serve me, but I don't seem to be able to stop. Have this sense within the pit of your stomach that you're just always going to feel like this from now on. If the answer is yes to any of the previous questions, then it's time to give you the solution. Okay, let me tell you this first. Einstein once said that we cannot ever solve a problem from the same level of thinking in which we got into it. What does that mean? In other words, trying to focus on the negative thoughts, the negative emotions, and that inability to try and stop with willpower these negative behaviours never going to work. Why? Because they're not actually the real problem. They are a symptom of a other problem that's making us think negatively, feel negatively, and act negatively in the first place. So trying to fix the unfixable is going to get us nowhere. In fact, it's just going to make us feel very frustrated and almost get to a state where we go, what's the point? Nothing's ever going to change. Do you recognise that? Anyway, even if you do, it doesn't matter because I'm about to share something that's going to change and rectify that for good. Let me know in the comments if you are ready for this change. You see, the truth is you don't really have a mental health issue either. The real truth is that you have something called a dysregulated nervous system. What is that? In a nutshell, it's unresolved past trauma stress that gets stuck in the unconscious mind and never gets processed. And over time, it dysregulates our nervous system, which then causes us to have symptoms such as chronic anxiety, would you know, poor sleep, overthinking, catastrophizing, intrusive thoughts, aches and weird pains, depression, low mood. So I don't teach people how to stop feeling anxious because anxiety is a natural part of being human. Actually, it's a signal, it's not even a feeling, and it's there for us to be able to realize that we're either going in the wrong direction, we need to make a massive change, we need to stop what we're doing. It's a very important part of being human. It's not the enemy. I teach people how to be able to regulate their nervous system, how to become the observer of their thoughts. Remember, thoughts are not actual, not factual, and they're automatic, which means you're not responsible for them. I show people how to be okay with not being okay with their emotions and allow themselves to experience whatever is being presented so that it can be freed and go. And by the way, emotions are not the enemy. And if you've made them the enemy, you've made the wrong thing your enemy. And emotions are a communication tool to you to show you whether you're in alignment with your truth or whether you've derailed and there's something to address. Thirdly, I show people how to regulate their nervous system by allowing them to head on their unprocessed past trauma stress that's stuck in their unconscious mind so that they can align back into what's called homeostasis, which is optimal health. Do people still experience stress after this? Well, of course, but they're able to deal with it because they haven't got a backlog of unprocessed stuff that have been shifting around the planet with them for the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years plus. What this then does is it regulates them back into feeling alive, more energized, able to sleep, clear decision maker, set boundaries, and the pluses just keep on giving. And if you're not sure where to begin, then download the training on End Overthinking in 5 steps.